Narrator. Hello and a very influential welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. In today's hyper-connected digital age where every click, post, and connection forms a part of our public narrative, there's a powerful force shaping careers, opening doors and amplifying voices: the personal brand. It's no longer just for celebrities or CEOs. It's an essential asset for anyone looking to stand out, attract opportunities, and build meaningful connections in a crowded online world. Your personal brand isn't merely a resume. It's the curated story of who you are, what you stand for, and the unique value you bring. It's how others perceive you even before they've met you. But how do you intentionally sculpt this digital identity? How do you project authenticity while strategically showcasing your strengths? And how do you navigate the vast and sometimes overwhelming digital landscape to build a brand that resonates and endures? Today we're diving deep into the art and strategy of building a compelling personal brand online. Prepare for an insightful and highly practical conversation between Chloe, a successful digital strategist, and Mark, an aspiring entrepreneur eager to leverage the power of online presence. Their dialogue will not only enrich your English comprehension and vocabulary related to digital marketing and professional development, but also equip you with essential strategies to define, build, and maintain a powerful online presence that truly reflects your unique brilliance. So, prepare to listen, strategize, and unlock the secrets to crafting your distinctive digital footprint. Chloe, Mark, it's a pleasure to connect. I know you're keen on understanding how to effectively establish yourself online. Personal brand is a phrase thrown around a lot, but what does it really mean to you, and what are your biggest questions about it? Mark. Chloe, thank you for this opportunity. For me, a personal brand feels like your professional reputation, but amplified and actively managed online. My biggest questions revolve around where to start, how to maintain authenticity, and how to make sure I'm not just shouting into the void. Feels like a massive undertaking. What's the very first step in this journey? Chloe, you've hit on key points, Mark. And you're right, it's about intentional management of your reputation. The absolute first step before you even think about social media platforms is self-discovery and clarity. You need to understand: who are you? What are your core values? What unique skills, expertise, and passions do you possess? What problems do you solve? Who do you want to serve or influence? Without this foundational clarity, your online efforts will lack direction and authenticity. I often recommend a SWOT analysis on yourself, identifying your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats in relation to your professional identity. Have you ever gone through such an exercise? Mark. I've done a personal SWOT before, but not specifically with the lens of an online brand. That's a crucial distinction. It helps pinpoint what to highlight. Once I have that clarity, how do I translate it into a compelling narrative that stands out? There's so much noise online. Chloe, that's where your unique value proposition comes in. Your narrative isn't just a list of accomplishments. It's the story of how your skills and experiences intersect with the needs of your target audience. Think about what makes you different, what problem you're uniquely positioned to solve, or what perspective you offer that others might not. This isn't about being perfect, but about being distinctive and relevant. Use storytelling to illustrate your expertise: case studies, personal anecdotes, lessons learned. Your About Me section on platforms should reflect this compelling narrative, not just a dry resume summary. How do you currently articulate your professional story? Mark. My current professional story is pretty standard, focused on my job roles and responsibilities. I can see how adding that narrative arc and value proposition would make it much more engaging. What about choosing the right platforms? Feels like there are so many options: LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, personal websites, blogs, podcasts. It's overwhelming. Chloe, it absolutely can be overwhelming, which is why the clarity from step one is vital. You don't need to be everywhere. The right platforms are where your target audience resides and where you can authentically express your brand. For professionals, LinkedIn is non-negotiable. It's your digital professional hub. If you're a thought leader, Twitter or a blog might be essential. If you're in a visual industry, Instagram or a portfolio site is key. The goal is quality over quantity. Choose 1 to 3 primary platforms where you can consistently create valuable content and genuinely engage. It's better to excel on a few than to spread yourself too thin across many. How do you identify where your target audience spends their time online? Mark, that's a practical approach. I guess I need to research my ideal clients or collaborators and see their digital habits. Once I'm on a platform, what kind of content genuinely builds a brand? Is it just broadcasting my achievements, or is there more to it? Chloe, it's absolutely not just broadcasting achievements, Mark. That's a common pitfall. Effective personal branding content is about providing value to your audience. It's about demonstrating your expertise, sharing insights, offering solutions, and fostering dialogue. Think educating, inspiring, entertaining, or problem-solving. This could be articles, short videos explaining complex concepts, commentary on industry news, sharing resources, or engaging in thoughtful discussions. It also involves demonstrating your personality and values. People connect with people, not just credentials. Consistency is paramount. Regular, valuable contributions keep you top of mind. What kind of value do you think you could offer through content? Mark, I could share insights from my industry experience, maybe break down complex business concepts into simpler terms. I'm keen to offer value, but the idea of consistency feels daunting. How do you manage to produce valuable content consistently without it consuming all your time? Chloe, that's a very real challenge, and it's where strategic content planning comes into play. Think about content pillars, 3 to 5 main themes related to your brand. Then brainstorm a bank of evergreen topics within those pillars. You can repurpose content, turn a blog post into a series of social media tips, or a presentation into a short video. Batch creation can also be highly efficient. Dedicate a few hours one day to outline several pieces of content. Tools for scheduling posts can free up your time. And remember, consistency doesn't mean daily. It means reliably showing up for your audience at a frequency you can sustain. What's your current biggest time sink, and could any of that time be reallocated? Mark, my biggest time sink is probably email, honestly, and perhaps general browsing. I can definitely see how dedicated content blocking would help. What about engagement? Feels like a one-way street sometimes when I post. How do you foster genuine interaction and build a community around your brand? Chloe, engagement is the engine of a personal brand. It's a two-way street. Don't just post and walk away. Actively participate in conversations. Comment thoughtfully on others' posts, ask questions, respond to every comment you receive, and tag relevant people when sharing something impactful. Join online communities or groups related to your niche and contribute meaningfully. Organize or participate in online events like webinars or Q&A sessions. It's about building relationships, not just accumulating followers. Think of it as a series of conversations, not broadcast. How comfortable are you with initiating online conversations? Mark, I'm more comfortable responding than initiating, to be honest. It's a muscle I need to build. What about managing your online reputation and handling negative feedback or even criticism? Something I worry about. The permanence of the internet. Chloe, that's a very valid concern, Mark, and a critical aspect of online brand management. Negative feedback or criticism is almost inevitable if you're truly putting yourself out there. My strategy is this. First, don't react impulsively or emotionally. Take a moment to breathe and assess. Second, distinguish between legitimate constructive criticism and baseless attacks. If it's constructive, acknowledge it gracefully and see if there's a lesson. If it's a baseless attack or trolling, often the best response is no response, or a calm, factual rebuttal if absolutely necessary. Never get into a public argument. Third, if it's a genuine mistake on your part, apologize sincerely and outline how you'll rectify it. Transparency and accountability build trust. Remember, how you respond to negativity often speaks louder about your character than the criticism itself. Have you had any experiences with online criticism? Mark, not significant criticism yet, but I've seen others handle it poorly and it really damages their image. Your framework for responding sounds very disciplined. What about differentiating yourself in a crowded space? How do you ensure your brand truly stands out when there might be many others offering similar expertise? Chloe, that's the ultimate goal, isn't it? Differentiation comes from several layers. Beyond your core expertise, consider your niche specialization. Can you go deeper into a specific sub-area? Secondly, your unique personality and voice. What makes you distinct? Don't try to mimic others. Let your authentic self shine through. Third, your perspectives and thought leadership. Do you have unique insights or a contrarian view that challenges conventional wisdom, respectfully, of course? Fourth, your stories and experiences. Your journey is unique. And finally, consistency in your visual identity and messaging across platforms creates immediate recognition. What aspects of your personality do you think you could infuse into your brand? Mark: I tend to be quite analytical, but I also enjoy making complex ideas accessible. Maybe I can lean into that explainer persona. This is incredibly helpful. What about the long game? How do you measure the success of your personal brand, and how do you ensure it evolves with your career? Chloe: the long game is crucial. Success isn't just about follower count. It's about impact and opportunity. Are you attracting the right collaborators? Are you getting speaking invitations? Are people seeking your expertise? Are you seeing tangible career opportunities arise from your online presence? These are the real metrics. You can also track engagement rates, website traffic if you have a blog, or lead generation if that's a goal. As for evolution, your brand is dynamic just like your career. Regularly revisit your core values, skills, and goals. As you grow and develop new expertise, your brand should naturally reflect that. Don't be afraid to pivot or refine your message as you evolve. It's an ongoing process of self-assessment and strategic adjustment. How do you currently define professional success for yourself? Mark: currently it's tied to promotions and project success. I can see how building a brand adds another layer of definition, impact, and influence. What about the balance between sharing professional insights and maintaining a degree of personal privacy? Where do you draw that line? Chloe: that's a really important question, Mark, and it's a very personal decision. There's no single right answer, but a general guideline is to share what you're comfortable with being publicly accessible and permanent. For professional brands, I usually advise clients to focus on sharing aspects of their personality that are relevant to their professional identity and values, but to be highly selective about personal details like family photos, intimate relationships, or highly controversial personal opinions. Think of it as inviting people into your professional living room, not your bedroom. Your audience wants to connect with the human behind the expertise, but you control the boundaries. What are your current comfort levels with sharing personal information online? Mark: I'm fairly private, so I lean towards keeping personal life separate. Your professional living room analogy is perfect. This has been incredibly insightful, Chloe. You've demystified the process and made it feel much more manageable and, frankly, exciting. Chloe: my pleasure, Mark. Remember, building a personal brand is about more than just marketing. It's about authentic self-expression, strategic networking, and ultimately, creating more opportunities to do the work you love and make the impact you desire. Narrator: what a comprehensive and empowering conversation between Chloe and Mark. They skillfully demystified the intricate world of online personal branding, moving beyond mere buzzwords to actionable strategies. From the fundamental importance of self-discovery and crafting a compelling narrative to selecting the right platforms, creating valuable content, fostering genuine engagement, and navigating the nuances of online reputation management, their dialogue provided an indispensable roadmap for anyone looking to intentionally shape their digital identity. Their insights underscore that a well-cultivated personal brand is a powerful catalyst for professional growth and meaningful connection. Now, let's briefly engage with some key ideas from their discussion. Practice session 1. First step. According to Chloe, what is the absolute first step in building a personal brand online? Why is it so important? 2. Content value. Beyond broadcasting achievements, what kind of content does Chloe recommend for building an effective personal brand? 3. Platform choice. What is Chloe's primary guideline for choosing the right online platforms for your personal brand? 4. Negative feedback. When handling negative feedback or criticism online, what is one key piece of advice Chloe offers? Narrator: as Chloe and Mark so expertly illuminated, Building a personal brand online is not a fleeting trend, but a strategic imperative in today's digital landscape. It is a dynamic process of self-awareness, intentional communication, and consistent value creation, allowing you to transcend geographical boundaries and connect with a global audience. By defining your unique story, sharing your expertise generously, and engaging authentically, you transform your online presence from a mere collection of profiles into a vibrant, influential ecosystem. Remember, your digital footprint is your legacy. Craft it with purpose, passion, and integrity. Until our next illuminating discussion on the English Learning Podcast, go forth and build your brand with confidence and clarity.